Nikola Tesla's dream was to create a technology that could transfer wireless electricity to every house in the world. Just like radio waves and Wi-Fi technology. That means you don't need to charge your phone. And there is no need to have a battery in it. In fact, it will keep running on its own in your hand and will be charged on its own, that too wirelessly. Just like Tesla has a light bulb in his hand in this picture, and it is burning on its own, which shows that Tesla had almost developed this technology. But later, a big businessman who owned big electrical companies in America, whose company's job was to deliver electricity to people's homes through wires, that businessman did not want Tesla to complete his technology. Because if this were to happen, his company and he could be destroyed overnight. That's why that businessman trapped Tesla in his investment trap in such a way that Tesla could not complete this project even if he wanted to. After all, who was that businessman, and how did he stop Tesla from making wireless electricity transfer technology? Well, in today's video we are going to talk about it. So friends, this is the Tesla Tower, also known as the Wonder Clive Tower. It was built by Tesla in 1901 on a Long Island in the United States, whose job was to spread electricity all over the world through the environment and land of the earth, and to deliver it wirelessly. Transferring electricity wirelessly was Tesla's biggest dream project. During the 1890s, Tesla started experimenting on the electric charge and the natural frequency of the earth. Because Tesla believed that if an alternative current is injected on a frequency matching the frequency of the earth, then the charge going to the earth will be amplified along with the natural frequency of the earth and will spread throughout the earth, which can be reused by installing such Tesla towers in different continents of the earth. And through the devices on top of the tower, they can be sent wirelessly to the electric devices in our homes through the electricity connectivity layer in the environment of the earth. Just like today's mobile towers work. The only difference here is that it is not a radio mobile signal, but an electricity transfer. So Tesla's project was inspired by the Mellon-Lewis theory from the time of 1872, according to which the atmosphere layer of the Earth is such that it is highly conductive for electricity. And Tesla achieved wireless electricity transfer through this atmospheric layer through his experiments. For Tesla's project, he received the first funding from his close friend Jacob Astor, who was one of the richest people in the world in the 19th century, who later died in the Titanic sinking accident in 1912. In addition, Tesla received the second big funding from a businessman named George Westinghouse, who had many electric equipment manufacturing facilities in America, through which Tesla had made a deal to supply electric equipment and invest $6,000 in his company through his Wonder Clive Tower facility. But all this money was not enough for Tesla's project. But then, something strange happened. And suddenly the famous American banker J.P. Morgan started taking interest in Tesla's project. But not for the benefit of Tesla, but for his own benefit. In March 1901, J.P. Morgan signed a contract with Tesla and took the responsibility of funding their entire project. And, by giving Tesla $150,000 for their project, Tesla's company bought ownership and earned almost 51% of its shares, which was a very big deal. Because if inflation is adjusted today, then this amount will be $5 million. That is, almost 40 crore rupees in Indian rupees. Now after getting so much money, Tesla started working on making his dreams a reality, for which he started buying a lot of generators and transformers and bought a 200-acre farm on Long Island in America. Well, when Tesla started his project here, it took a lot of time in the beginning, and by this time many of their competitors had started to wirelessly transfer radio signals. For example, in December 1901, an Italian scientist, Guglielmo Marconi, sent a 3-click Morse code, that is the letter S, across the Atlantic Ocean from Canada's St. John's, Newfoundland City, to the Cornwall of England, which reached 3,400 kilometers, which was a huge achievement at that time, because of which there was even more pressure on Tesla to make his experiment even bigger and better. But there was a problem here. To wirelessly transfer electricity, Tesla needed a big tower of 300 to 600 feet. But the construction cost of such a big tower is many times more than Tesla's estimation. That is, it was worth $450,000. And when Tesla was building its tower, they had already understood that they would not be able to complete this project with the $150,000 given by J.P. Morgan. That's why Tesla once again requested JP Morgan to increase its investment so that Tesla could complete its project. But Morgan completely refused it. And now JP Morgan, who was already the largest shareholder of Tesla's company, project mind support nahi, balki ek resistance ban, chuka tha. To deco JP Morgan na General Electric ka bimalik tha. Jis company ka kam pure America ar dunia ke kahin other hisomi electricity se related equipments manufacture karna and provide karne ka tha. Sath hi Sath Morgan ne kahin electric wire bananewali company se lakar rubber factories, Jo and Taro Kalia insulation banadi the Arkahin Bade steel manufacturing facility and timber mills. Also Morgan also had many coal mines all over the world, and all these companies were dependent on only one thing, to reach your home through the wire of electricity. And if Tesla would have made a technology that would only wirelessly, like radio signals, deliver electricity to your home, then no company in America or the world would have needed it. Which means that all these companies of JP Morgan could have been completely destroyed by Tesla's invention. And of course, JP Morgan didn't want that. And that's why, friends, JP Morgan neither invested more in Tesla's project nor let others do it because Morgan all the investors and bankers told the wrong image of their loss and Tesla, with which most of the big investors blacklisted Tesla. Now Tesla did not have so many shares of his company that he could sell them and collect money. That's why in the end, Tesla made a tower of only 186 feet, that is 57 meters, due to the lack of money, whose frame was made of wood, that is wood, and above it was a steel and copper-made Tesla coil, whose diameter was 60 feet, on top of which an ultraviolet light was placed. According to many theories, the work of this light was to create ionized particles in the Earth's conductive atmospheric layer, so that electricity can flow wirelessly. Also, Tesla had connected this tower to the ground through a steel-lined, hollow shaft. The shaft was 300 feet below the ground, the work of which was to match the frequency of the electric current with the frequency of the Earth. But this dream was not enough. And then what happened was what we feared. In 1901, Tesla wrote a letter to his friend, Stanford White, in which he told White about his financial problems. And in 1903, Tesla was worried and wrote another letter to help JP Morgan, in which Tesla wrote to Morgan, "Will you help me, or will you just let my work be destroyed?" In which reply, Morgan wrote that I got your letter, in response to which I have to say that I don't need any kind of advancement in the future. Now, after receiving rejection from JP Morgan and other investors, Tesla was completely broken, during which he who put a question in the minds of the whole world. On July 14, 1903, Tesla turned on its towers at night. After that, large lightings started coming out of the Tesla tower, which spread throughout the sky of Long Island. And it didn't happen just once, but after July 14th, it continued for about a month every night. And Tesla also never answered the question of what Tesla wanted to tell it. After all, what was the meaning of this lightning coming out of the Tesla tower? But it was so clear that this time was very difficult for Tesla, because Tesla did not have any money to complete his project. On top of that, he had gone into debt, and now one by one, his friends were also leaving him. Like in 1906, Stanford White, who was a very close friend of Tesla, was killed by an architect named Harry Kendall Thaw, whose affair was with Stanford White's wife, Evelyn Nesbit, who was a heroine at the time. In addition, Tesla's manager George Sheriff also left Tesla, which was considered a lack of money. Until now, Tesla's financial condition was so bad that Tesla was not able to pay his bills. That's why he left the land of Long Island. Even after that, Tesla left the Wonder Clive facility in 1911. With the closure of the Wonder Clive Tower project, not only did Tesla's financial reputation deteriorate, but now even more investors did not believe in Tesla. As a result, they did not even get investors for any of their new projects. With all this, Tesla's mental health began to deteriorate. By the year 1912, things like OCD, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and mental breakdown had started to affect Tesla. Like when Tesla used to shake hands with people, he used to wash his hands immediately and tried to keep his surroundings very clean. Like he used to keep about 18 napkins with him, even while eating. Not only this, he had also talked about things like paranormal activity many times, like hearing a sound, seeing a shining bird at night. According to the New York Times in 1934, Tesla was also working on a weapon called Death Beam, through which one of the at the same time 10,000 enemy airplanes could be dropped at once. Tesla pitched this idea to private investors and government officials. But finally this request was accepted by the Soviet Union, and they were given $25,000 for this project. But before this project was completed, Tesla died in 1943, which was quite mysterious. But what was even more mysterious was that after Tesla's death, the American government and the CIA took all the research papers and notes written by Tesla throughout his life from his house. The papers included research such as Tesla's wireless energy transformation and other weapons, and no one knows where the government has kept those research papers or what they did with them. So this was the tragic ending of Tesla's wireless energy transmission project. Now friends, I would like to ask you a question in the end. What do you think, if we had this wireless technology of Tesla today, how would the world be today? Write your imaginations in the comment section below. And also think about how complex their project was, that even after so many years, even after almost a decade, we could not redevelop such a thing again. Now what do you think? Are there big business holders behind it who do not want us to ever take that wireless technology? Because there are big companies that manufacture wire, manufacture rubber, supply electricity. But if this wireless technology comes, then the future can really change. What do you think about this? Do tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, then do like and share it with your friends. If you are new to this channel, then do subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification. I will meet you with the next episode. Till then, bye.